40% of undergraduates in the United States drop out of college, with 30% of them dropping out before they even get to their sophomore year. With COVID-19 happening, it might seem that college is going to be a little different and hectic, with a lot of classes being turned online with distance learning, but hopefully this video will give you tips and suggestions on how to make your college experience during COVID and college experience in general more beneficial and exciting than ever. Let's go. Sup peeps, my name is Kirby, but you guys can call me Kirbz, and this is Kickback with Kirbz. Today I'm going to be talking on 3 aspects that my mom really likes to call the 3 A's, which are academics, athletics, and activities. It's been said this perfect balance can make you a well-rounded scholarly scholar. In these different categories, I'm going to be talking about 2 different tips or suggestions that you can implement to make your college experience worthwhile. So let's start. Starting with academics, we're going to be talking about courses and studying. So when it comes to your courses, there's actually 2 ways that you can figure out what courses you should be taking. One, by talking to an academic advisor. They research and put all their skill and effort to knowing what classes that you should be taking for your specific major. So you shouldn't just squander them as a resource. Reach out to them and schedule an appointment to make sure that the classes that you're taking this upcoming fall or spring or whatever semester is the right ones for you. Now, if you've already talked to your academic advisor and you still want to make sure that the classes that you're doing are correct, the second thing I'd recommend you doing is looking up your course history or your curriculum description for your specific major. It should look like a grid type thing with multiple boxes indicating different subjects or categories that you should be looking into. Now, courses are divided into different categories such as core courses, upper division, lower division, slack, WAC, a lot of different things. But basically, in these different boxes for the course history or the curriculum description, it'll say that you should be picking one class from Group A or one class from Group B so that you can satisfy that specific requirement. Moving now on to studying, which is of course what you need to do so that you can excel academically. Now, I know some of you guys might have photographic memories, but for my peeps who don't, here are some studying tips. First off, it's stated that when it comes to your classes, for every 1 hour of class, you should be studying at least 2 hours for it. So if you have a class that is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and each class is around 1 hour and a half each day, and then you add that together, which should be 4.5 hours, yes, quick math. You would then times it by 2, which would be 9 hours. So that's around the amount of time per week that you should be studying for that specific class. But Kirby, that's so much to study, like 9 hours per class, and then if you put it all together, it's like there. Don't get overwhelmed. As long as you're able to break down your study cycle into different categories or chunks throughout the week so that you're not cramming it all at last minute, it should be okay. Also, you can look into reaching out to different people in your classes. For example, most classes are presented on a portal, and you can have access to other peers' emails through there. You can email a mass email saying, hey, does anyone want to start a study group? And you guys can switch your efforts to Discord or Zoom so you can come together and study if you're not the best at studying by yourself. Also, if you feel you have some great study tip advice that you want to share to the peeps, feel free to drop that down in the comment section. I'll be leaving other academic resources such as different tutoring websites or videos or YouTube channels that you can look into to help you throughout the year as well. That's academics. Moving to athletics. Now, a lot of sports that we're used to are very high in contact, whether it's basketball, football, volleyball, not very social distance friendly. However, I have 2 suggestions on different sports that you can be doing during this COVID time that are social distance friendly and also friendly to yourself in general. And they're going to be tennis and golf. When it comes to tennis, not only is it a good topic for a song,
bounce back like a tennis ball,
but it's also good when it comes to increasing your hand-eye coordination and your focus. A tennis ball is so small and can be hit for miles per hour, so you have to be able to concentrate on it and be able to move your body at the precise moment so that you can make sure that the ball hits the center of the racket so that the trajectory can, a lot of science. But basically, you have to be able to focus and be able to move quickly and react to these different scenarios so that you can win in your match. So that's one benefit. Another is that it's a full body exercise. As I've mentioned before, those who are wealthy or rich or accomplished, they normally integrate a 30-minute aerobic exercise in their day-to-day lives. And tennis can easily be yours. Get your heart racing, get you moving a lot, and social distance friendly. And if you want to be competitive and want to do 2-on-2, there's plenty of space on the court to be able to do that. Next up, we have golf. Unlike tennis, it's a very low impact sport because you don't move a lot, which is good for my peeps who either have joint pains or their knees hurt after working out a lot, because it happens. So it's beneficial in that aspect that it's not going to be straining your body a lot. Also, it's beneficial for my business peeps out there. A lot of business events or conversations can be done over a field of green, and it's a great networking opportunity. So being able to get your fours in every now and then, it can help you seal a deal for a business in the future. And lastly, if you spend a lot of time in the craft and you get better and better, you could potentially become a professional golfer. It's been seen that the average professional golfer's salary can range from $600,000 to way over $1 million.
What? Yeah!
So you better start putt-putting so that you can potentially get some big bank in the future. Golf has also been seen to increase your focus as well and help you with strategies, so that's beneficial as well. Last thing I'm going to be talking about are activities, with 2 topics for that, which is 1, going to be joining clubs at your university, and 2, joining a fraternity or sorority. So let's go into it. Most colleges or universities have a central portal where they have a lot of the activities or clubs or organizations that you can join at your university. I recommend you start looking into that resource now so that you can see when membership applications or dues are due in the future. When it comes to picking a activity or club, you should look at something that you enjoy, such as anime, food, watching movies, or choosing a club that has to do with something of your professional or career field. Those activities can get you more hands-on experience in your field or knowledge in networking. Also, being one of the executive board members doesn't hurt either. It's been seen that employers love to see students who have a variety of leadership experience, and you can definitely get that in one of your clubs. So when the next election comes up and you want to be a secretary or run to get yourself on that podium, go for it. But don't just join a club so you can be an executive person, because that's not cool. You should also do it because you want to do it. Yeah. And lastly, we got joining a fraternity or sorority. Now, some of you, when I said fraternity or sorority, immediately thought to that scene in Neighbors where the fraternities start fighting the sororities in the second movie, or you automatically thought of mass parties. That's not all what fraternities and sororities are about. Fraternities and sororities also focus on academics because you have to have a specific GPA to even be eligible to join. They also have a lot to do with giving back to their community. Most fraternities or sororities have a specific philanthropy that they will be giving back to throughout the year, so that's something to look into too. So they're not just doing the car wash and shirtless because they want to impress you chicks, or they're not just doing a dance-a-thon to bust out their moves. They're doing it to help others. Also, they're a great support group. As I've stated before, having a support group that's able to make sure that you're accountable for the things that you have to do is beneficial for your future. And they can make sure that you push to be the greatest you that you can be. There's also professional Greek fraternities that you can join that have to do with your specific field. So look into them as well. All in all, I hope you pick one of the subcategories out of the main categories, being academics, athletics, and activities, to have a fun, whole-rounded college experience this COVID season. Alright, my dudes, that's all we have for today. Hopefully you've learned a lot, and we'll start looking into these resources as soon as possible. If you like this video and would like to see more, don't forget to subscribe. And if you think I did a good job, give me a thumbs up so I know how I'm doing. But until next time, adios for now.